had a lot of customers who came in that were living elsewhere, and they said, well, Brocato's open, and it gives us the courage to come back. It feels like home's coming back. The day we opened, we had people around the block waiting to get in.
What were you hearing from them? What were they saying about it?
Thank you for reopening. We're glad y'all reopened. Thank you for coming. A lot of thank yous. Like, we were doing them a favor by reopening, and I think it was an emotional event because my family's been in business in New Orleans for 103 years, and we celebrated the 100th anniversary just a month prior to Katrina. So it meant something that we weren't losing. It was a place that they could come to and feel some type of stability, some type of connection with the past.
We live here in the community. We thought that bookstores are a place that are essential to a healthy community, and we just wanted to get open as fast as possible. And why wait for somebody else to take the leadership when you can make a difference?
What was the reaction when you opened up? I know people...
Oh, the reaction was just overwhelmingly supportive. I mean, I sent out an email, I think the night after we opened, and I have never gotten such response. Because a bookstore is a special community place, and and the idea that you could lose that. People didn't know whether they had lost their homes yet. Some people did lose their homes. They lost so much. And the signal that a bookstore, which is at the heart of a community, is going to be reopened, is a signal that you can come back, that there's something to build on.
There's an African proverb that says, until the lion tells his own story, then the tale will continue to glorify the hunter. Community, we specialize in books, but we're a center. We're more than a store. We are a meeting place for many organizations and groups, and we're just a place for people to come by and hang out and have very lively discussions about current events, politics, whatever have you. And particularly post-Katrina, people needed a place where they could just take a break from what was happening in their own personal lives.
I just wanted something that used to be, and people would come in and just say, it's chaos out there, but when we step foot in here, we get coffee, we get pastries, we sit down, we read the paper, we read a book. It's just calm and peaceful, and that really made us feel like we were doing something more for the community than for anything. And we were open 7 days a week, and I stayed open as long as I could. And I think we worked straight every single day, I think for at least a month and a half. It was really the only thing that people had to cling to, just to come and have a cup of coffee. It seems so simple until you don't have it.
It's really hard to even describe. The first business is back. We were so grateful to them. It was just like, oh, they're back. Someone's open. And I think a lot of businesses really grew at that time, the ones that were able to open up really quickly.
It's much more hopeful in terms of the recovery than when a Starbucks opens or a Home Depot. You don't have this sense of, oh, the community is coming back, and people whose lives are here are able to return to this world.
We were lucky and very unlucky. Out here in Metairie, we took on a little water, but not much at all. We were the first supermarket that opened up on Veterans Highway after the storm. We opened September 19th, which was only 20 days after the storm hit. We had a lot of cleanup to do. We texted the councilman and said, hey, we've got milk, we've got water, we've got bread, we've got food. If you can get us back into the city, we can open up the store and y'all can have it. And essentially, they did do that. We acted as the supply center for the whole Jefferson Parish in the beginning. It was a week before the feds sent down a bottle of water to Jefferson Parish. So they were relying on us in the very beginning to serve the community.
I am the only educational supply store in the city of New Orleans. We had 4 feet of incoming water, and I had a natural skylight. What happened was the roof peeled back like a sardine can. People don't come and loot educational stores. It's books. You know how they tell you you can hide things in a book? People won't steal educational things. So my business wasn't looted. Thank God for that. I guess they would just take a book and learn.
So when you said you were doing business still, that means you were doing business with evacuees up in Dallas then?
In Dallas and Texas, they were.
The mobile teacher stop was up in
It's
Dallas?
actually started, yeah, like right then.
That's interesting.
Just people would call and say, okay, my child has a project, and Christy, we need some help. What can we do? Because they were in a new city and places. They didn't know where to go, what to buy. They were just familiar with New Orleans. They tell businesses come back. They want to help the businesses come back. They want people to come back. With all the school thing, everyone would have thought that, oh, schools are starting over, so they're going to have to buy new supplies and they're going to come to you. But what had happened, government gave them so many supplies. And when government gave them supplies, it was through government bids. With them doing it that way, it kind of knocked out the smaller stores.
You know, we see here how much quicker the local businesses are to come back, how reluctant any of the absentee-owned businesses are to reinvest in the community until it's back up on its feet and profitable. So it certainly, I think, is an instructive lesson to communities about becoming overly dependent on chains or other absentee-owned businesses, and the importance for their long-term economic prosperity to have a very strong base of locally rooted businesses that are living in the community and therefore are not going to pack up their bags when things go a little bit sour.
I see incredible determination among people who are figuring out ways to make it work in a portion of town where maybe 5 to 10% of the population is back. And yet you see new businesses coming in, you see businesses reestablishing themselves, you see businesses that never went out really except for the period of the storm, that have confidence in their ability to be successful in this particular geographic point.